Good morning. How's everybody doing? Just wanted to get right to what I wanted to say this morning. Basically wanted to say like and subscribe, comment on anything that you love, and definitely comment on any of your great affirmations. And I just wanted to get right to the information. Just wanted to show you some information that I study to keep it on point. Um, I was compelled to be a geometry teacher, right? So I didn't know that I had a hidden ability with shapes and symbols, and this will relate to the school that will be built, and I will talk a little bit more about that. First, also wanted to give you some background on what I have done toward that. Another thing that's helping me is something called quantum evolution. Quantum, okay? This particular author is very good, Gary Zukov. Gary Zukov. Okay? Doesn't matter the outward expression as long as the information is correct. I also went to something called the 22nd Street Show, which was a jewelry, mineral, gem, and fossil show, right? And it was based on some of it was the metaphysical properties of stones and dealers and products from around the world. So one of the things I was looking at, and that's this guide right here, okay? That's this guide right here, right? Okay. And I got this advertisement. It was called the Superpowers, right? And they come from Brazil, and they were talking about vibration in terms of these different stones that I can't even name, but they're incredible because I know that they're true because they're written up in the Bible. So part of how the Lord is blessing me was I happened to go into my Bible this morning because I was asking for a lot of guidance before I got on the call, or should I say not call, but the video. And I happened to research um, 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. And basically what it says is God gives us the faith to move boldly. And that's the reason why I'm doing what it is I'm doing. But in a minute, in a second, it's going to prove what it is I'm talking about. But there was another part where it was talking about do not speak, break down your English and keep, not so much your English, but what you're communicating, break it down so it's simple. So I'm still working on that, but I'm going to get it together because I'm definitely working at becoming a great communicator. If I'm not that already from within, that's not boasting or arrogance. That's just the God that's within me, that's within you, that I'm praying to God for God to take over my body completely, 100%. In a minute, I'm gonna, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Now, my sister is named Letitia, and Letitia knows me well, she knows me fairly well in terms of me not moving in my power, right? So she'll be one of the first individuals that will know that something's going on because we used to talk. She doesn't talk to me that much anymore, but I still love her, and I'm using this video to let her know thank you. And I still love you no matter what. And I also wanted to tell her that things had to happen exactly the way that they happened because when I was removed from your life, it wasn't like I didn't want to be there. It was something going on bigger than everybody, including me and you, Ruthie, everybody, Calvin, everybody. But just being part of this serious thing is on another level. Okay, so um, these were the business cards that I collected yesterday. These are the business cards that I collected, right? There's just one on here I was really trying to find. Okay, this right here is Ethiopian opals. Okay, so I was checking that out, and then I had something else. I can't really find it right now. But then you got another joint. This see it right there. This is Elk. This individual's named Elk Vance, but he's from Newark, Delaware. That's around me, so I'll be able to holler at him soon. And I just have so much stuff here. Anyway, let me just get to what it is I wanted to say as well. And I wanted to dedicate this video to a lady by the name of Miss Rose. Now, Miss Rose was a lady that worked at Baltimore City Public Schools in reference to the headquarters at the Penny Hughes building, adjacent to North Avenue and Calvert Street. And she was the kind of lady that would know ahead of time whatever that I needed or wanted. And I was in bad situations a lot of times, didn't know what was going on, didn't know if I was going to get my money right. My placement, my positioning. I was dealing with my legal status in terms of having gotten in trouble many years ago. She worked with me on all of that, made it smooth. I just want to tell Ms. Rose, thank you so very much, and I can visualize you in my mind. I just want to tell you thank you. She reminds me of between Eartha Kitt and Cicely Tyson. That's every time I think about her, that's who I think about when I think about her. So another thing I wanted to say was that part of what I'm working on, one of the ways that I do it, because I know that you can run the video back again, so I'm not going to show it. So I'm going to show it real fast. That's my list of individuals that I pray for every day, and it's called a treatment. The reason why I do this is because it's going to help me get closer to where I'm going. So what I do is I visualize that individual, and I visualize them treating the mind, not the body. And I treat to think perfection of the person that I'm treating through the power of the universal subconscious mind. And it's happening because my thing is coming together a lot quicker. Like I'm really, really happy. You know what I mean? That's why I got my ref shirt on, right? See, what happened was this here, right? God showed up at Dick's Sporting Goods because we don't got that many sporting goods here, right? So I saw this kid. So he was holding one of these umpire shirts. So a good friend of mine, Mr. What is his name? Mr. Richard Adair, right? Awesome individual. Just came up, got a master's degree. We worked together at Augusta Fells Visual Arts back in the day. Miss Stokes, incredible lady. Boy, I got to give her a shout out too. Miss Stokes is all of it. Stokes, Stokes. Anybody that know her knows she on point. Great love for young ladies and keeping them on point. And just was like like she was like MJ and that means Michael Jordan for Augusta Fells, and just have a great deal of respect for her. I just wanted to say that he's also an empire. He works for the Department of Baltimore Recreation and Works for like young people, refereeing baseball games, softball games, football games, basketball games. Incredible individual. So something made me go get this, plus a hook up with my hat, right? So my hat is combined with this group called Astro Flipping. So Astro Flipping was what I was supposed to be doing out here when I was finding myself, when things were gelling. So I paid 50. Well, the program is between 80, I believe it's 85 or 8,700 and 5,800, right? And so I didn't get what's called a return or ROI, which is return on investment, which I'm in a deal right now, but I don't even want to talk about it, right? You know what I mean? As soon as I get the joint, I'm not going to show cash. I'm going to just show a check, right? So that way you'll see that I know what it is I'm doing. But certain things had to come together. But anyway, this company called Astro Flipping, what I'm going to do, check out the God aspect. Latish, listen what I'm saying. Show your big brother is on point. That's this here, right? What I'm doing is I'm going to take the program, I'm going to rename it Solar Flipping, and then I'm going to copyright it, patent it, register it, trademark it, and then I'm going to teach it to Baltimore City Public School students at no cost. And then I got something else too, right? I'm not even going to talk about that. That's slick, because this is all about the young people coming up in a way that, as long as the parent signs off, parent can even be present. Parent and the student get taught at the same time. That way the student has support of the parent when the parent can show up, because many Baltimore City public school parents are so deep into, working and doing what it is that they supposed to be doing, right? So I want to stay on point on that. So yes, I'm gonna be doing that. The other thing I wanted to say, where I'm at right now, is said keep it simple. This is a cord to an appliance, right? So what I'm learning now is how to plug into the universal subconscious mind, or what they call the mind of God, plugging in and out. I've learned how to plug in wrong. Now I know how to plug in and out. So that's keeping it simple, just like this. And then you can learn as well. That's the reason why you want to watch these videos. Another thing, I went and got this from a thrift store, right? So I look at it like this. This is God and this is me. So if this is me, this is you, because if you listen to God, they always ask you, who do you listen to? Do you listen to your husband? Do you listen to your wife when they're in their feelings or in their ego? Or do you listen to God? God, you. God, you, God. Hmm? Beautiful, right? Okay. Keeping it simple. Then another thing I did was, they got something called, once you start getting into the sciences, you reach a certain level where it's no body, no time, no environment. You transform into what's called the quantum mind, or the quantum field, where you have wave and particle. I know it's kind of complicated the way I'm saying it right now, but I know that the majority of people that's listening to this video, y'all like the Missouri state. Show me. That's what it say. That's the motto on the state of Missouri license plate tag. Show me. Okay, no problem. Referee, black and white. That's another science. So this is what I did, right? I tried to copy off this one dude, because they say one of the best ways to show that you really respect another individual is you try to duplicate, nearly like how Kobe tried to do his moves like Jordan, and he got that 81 points. Plus he had what he had in his mind, right? Plus his father was named Jellybean, right? So it was in his bloodline, the sport, etc., right? So boom. My whole situation is this here. I found out that wasn't the way for me. So I was studying real quick, right? So I had 4 clocks up. I took all the clocks down. I'm going to show you an example. See that second hand? It's not running. See where I deliberately pushed the lower hand and the top hand? I put it to 12. You could take that in, like for some people, I'm not even going to speak about that, right? But I'm going to say just put it like this. 12 is the time that you take a snack or you take your lunch or whatever, right? 12, right? Okay? Or 12 midnight. It's time you're supposed to be in bed a long time ago, right? So what I did was, I'm learning how to step into an aspect of existence where I'm in what's called the now. That means I'm not in the past with my guilt, my mistakes, things didn't work right, when I had self-doubt, etc. I'm not in the future, because you don't know what the universal subconscious mind has for you in reference to the multiplicity of mathematics and how the universal mind can bring it to you. So you're not supposed to jump that far. If you just remain in the now, you can pick and choose. I was going to say this real quick, but I just going to throw this out there. I was thinking to myself, should I throw it out there? I think I won't throw this one thing I'm going to want to throw out there, but I do want to say this part right here, right? Let me see where my information is at. I wanted to speak on something right here, right? And this was very important in reference to my relationship with my mom. So I was looking at this video called Why Do Mothers Hate Their Sons? And that was very cathartic for me, because I got in touch back with the individual and who did the video, and I really thanked him, because it gave me some more viewpoint and understanding. But what it also did was, it allowed me to be counseled by an individual that was a master in what he was doing, and now all I did was duplicate what he was doing, and now that makes me a master too, especially with my experience and my background and my understanding. And now I know how to demonstrate it, because a lot of men are destroyed by, or should I say males, but then later on they become men, by their moms. because of what their moms is going through. So I just want to talk about what happened with my mom and me. And I'm sure that somebody going to identify with this without a doubt. So when I was a little boy growing up, my mother used to have a lot of headaches, right? Like we couldn't turn on the lights. We leave, me and my sister Ruthie, we would leave from school in the morning. My mom be in bed. We get back home. She's still in bed. Ain't nothing cooked. Whatever, right? And so we was kids. We didn't really know what was going on, right? But see, my mother, this is what I didn't understand about my mom, right? I mean, like, it took me forever to get this, right? My mom is a romantic. Like, she's into the roses, you know, the ambience, everything that romantics think about, where you can stare in another person's eyes for 10, 15 minutes. And just, I mean, she was really into my dad, right? And I didn't really understand what was going on. So this is what I understand now, right? And then not only that, I get a chance to assist in my mom's healing. And what's so powerful about this, right? My mom is already being healed, and I'm basically 2,000 miles away because I got the hookup, right? I'm gonna teach the hookup, no doubt about it. No cost, no nothing. And then because God moves boldly, I must be like a candle on top of a hill. So I was thinking about my brother-in-law. I'm gonna make him laugh if he's looking at this whatnot, right? My brother-in-law is so serious and so on point that if we was living in a jungle, he would have been a cannibal. Only person he wouldn't have ate is his wife. And he would come home with the boar, the wild pig, an antelope, 4 or 5 monkeys slung over his shoulder with some papaya, and he found some gold doubloons. You know what I mean? He don't really know what they are, but they're shiny, so he just throw them over to the side. Reason why I was